All right, first one I've got. I'm not quite sure where I came across this, but it did come across I was going to say come across my desk, but came across my emails, my screen somewhere along the way. Great concept. This one is called cogrowly.com. And what the site is, it's a collaboration site. So this is where you can find other people who are willing to do joint ventures with you. And it could be joint ventures in terms of cross promotions. It could be joint ventures with clients there that are the same client sets that you both work with, but you're not competing with each other. Or it could be looking at opportunities there for working with either larger or smaller organizations. It could be looking for people to have on your podcast or your webinars, or it might be just looking for another audience that you haven't tapped into, and you're able to offer other people an audience that you've got as well too. So it is a place there. It's a place where you register. It is free to get in and to register there, and you get to go and explore other people that are in business inside the portal here, and to really connect up. So it's like a networking or a business networking platform for the specific purpose of doing some co-promotions and co-collaborations. So if you think about, if you're paying for ads, for instance, then you can still pay for the ads. Maybe you both chip into it, and you are marketing to your audience and they're marketing to their audience, and you both get the benefits of the leads that come in because you are able to collaborate together. You can see there are podcasters as well, so you can do sort of guest swaps there. So even if you're not a podcaster and you're looking for a podcast to get on and to get in front of someone else's audience, this is a great place to be able to do it, because there are podcasters there looking for guests. And would you believe one of the hardest parts of running a show and a podcast is finding guests? Even though there's over 3 billion people on the planet, for some reason, often people are struggling to find good guests for their podcasts. So go and check it out. It is free to jump into it. There is a button at the top there. It says get started for free. You just click that and then you can get started. Look at that. I've already got an account. Sign into it. That's what it looks like on the inside. You can get to browse through potential collaborations. You see that people have got their, I suppose you call it ads or call outs in there as well too. You can also put some call outs in there as well too, and they are from all over the globe as well. And here's one for a children's book. So if you're an author and writing a book, and maybe you're writing a compilation book, then here's another way to collaborate. Or if you're writing a book and you want to get some resources into a book, or maybe some sponsorship, someone to pay you for a page in your book in the resources section at the back, here's a great place to also find people that are not competing with you that also might be able to help promote you as well too. So jump in, have a look, and who knows, there could be your next best partnership or opportunity inside this. So this is cogrowly.com. Now these links, we'll drop these into the chat box, so at the end of the evening you'll be able to save the chat. You're going to go and explore these at your will. They'll all be clickable, so you can just click on it and you'll be able to go and explore these later on. Not sure where chat is? Have a look. At the bottom of your screen on the Zoom toolbar, there is an icon that says chat on it. It's that one there. And look at that, people introducing themselves. So feel free to go and introduce yourself into the chat too, and use it for a bit of collaboration and networking yourself as well too. All right, next one we have email signatures. So email signatures are one of those little pieces of real estate in the online world, as often underutilized and surprisingly effective as well too. And if you think about, if you're like me, I send out lots and lots of emails. You probably got lots of emails from me over the past couple of days. Your email signature that's on the bottom, if someone doesn't know you and you've got a way of connecting with you, you can put resources in it. You can put links in it to your socials, to your offer, to your free lead magnet, all of those sort of things. It is a great place to just use that real estate. Imagine if you got one or two deals that came off that there that were worth $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 each for a email signature. That's not a bad return on investment. So this one is it's free. There's also a paid version of it as well too, and I'm sure you get the ROI on it just off one person clicking through it and buying or inquiring. So this one here, it does work with the major platforms like Microsoft and Google. And it allows you to build well, there we go. There's a business card, well, sorry, a signature there, a couple of signatures. You can do these in HTML, by the way, HTML and CSS. So if you know HTML and CSS coding, then you're ahead of the game. You don't need this. But for those of us that maybe don't know it or struggle with it, then this is a good option there to have a good professional looking signature in there for people to go and click through to your other assets online as well too. So really simple app. There's no AI involved in this one at all. But if you're not utilizing a email signature, this is a great way to get started. So that one is called exclaimer.com. Now, someone asked me, what was it, a couple of weeks back, about automation and LinkedIn. And it was more about how do you automate connections on LinkedIn, and how do you automate some of your messaging on LinkedIn and using AI and in a way that doesn't sound like you're using AI. So this platform is one that I came across, is called Closely. The reason why I have looked at this one here is it connects into the CRM that I use, so the iConnection GHL CRM that I use, and a range of other CRMs as well too. And the way that it works is you can create campaigns in there. So you're going to do a search in LinkedIn for the sorts of contacts that you are looking for or that you'd like to connect with. And once you've done your search, then you can copy and paste that search, bring it into Closely, and then you can set up a campaign for it to drip out invitations. Now, I have run out of credit on this. I noticed so that we haven't got any more invitations going out. So you can see that I was looking for solopreneurs. And so that was the campaign that I had going out. We can have a look at it. And what I've done inside here, I've built up a workflow. So with these campaigns, it's designed to create a natural flow of what you would normally do if you're on LinkedIn, so that there's nothing weird about sending out like bulk spam messages and that sort of thing there, which is not what you want to do. So if you're familiar with some of the CRMs, you'll be familiar with this type of workflow here. So the first one that says, let's go and view their profile. So it's weird to connect with someone if you haven't viewed their profile. And as you know on LinkedIn, if you viewed someone's profile and you logged into LinkedIn, they will know that you've viewed their profile unless you've done it anonymously. So you do something like view their profile. Then you can do something like wait. You can put in a wait step there for, say, an hour, a day, a couple of days. And then you can do something like a post. And then you can then send them a connection request. So here's a connection request. And we've got in there some text there. So it's got merge fields in there, so you can use their first name and you can use that company name in there and your company name, so you can get the request as personal as possible. Now, it does have AI in it, so you'll see that it's got a little template button in it. Probably can't see it because it's so small. Let's see if we can just increase it. There we go. So there we go. It's given a range of templates there for you to use. And if you do want to use that template there, you can paste it in, but you can also modify the template so it's in your language and it is a natural sounding thing rather than AI. So the AI will help you to generate these templates. You can see you've got a choice of templates as well too, and you've got all of these merge fields ready in to help as well too. And then you can do things like once you're connected, you can ask it to find their email address. It'll pull their email address out of LinkedIn, and then you can continue messaging them in their direct messages as well too. The other good thing about this too is that when it does find things like emails and phone numbers, actually, can it find phone numbers? Let's have a quick look here. What do we got? I can't quite find that there. But you can pull it out and you can then send that to your CRM, and you can continue the conversation in your CRM, or you can send it to a service like Lusher, another app like Lusher or Dragon Leads. And those apps there have got what they call enhancements. So you can ask it to enhance the leads that you've sent through them. What that means is that it then goes out and has a look at all of the social media profiles that are out there. So look at Instagram and LinkedIn. It'll pull in all of their profiles, it'll look for their emails, it'll look for any details, let's say in terms of where they work that maybe are not present in LinkedIn, and it'll bring all of those details in together, which then can help you to personalize your interaction with them. And all of that information can go into your CRM, and then you can create sort of good personalized workflows that where you are SMSing people and you are messaging people, sending them invitations to a show like this, for instance. But one caveat with it is that you want to do it naturally. This is not an opportunity to spam people. You could do that, but very quickly, I think you find you'll be blocked and it wouldn't have the intent that you want. But do it in a way that you would naturally connect with people if you're networking with them. So I'm just giving you really quite a high level overview of this platform here. But if you dive into it a little more deeply as well, there's all sorts of use cases with it when you are connecting with people on LinkedIn and you want to automate some of those conversations. So it'll do things like find birthdays too. So if you want to send birthday messages and all that sort of thing there, it'll do all that as well too. Now, it is a credit-based system. It's free to join. It is a credit-based system. So you are paying for credits to use it because it is connected to AI tools to help do things like generate some of the messages that are going out. But have a look at that. It is a good way to automate some of your LinkedIn reach out, and it is called closely.com. All right, next one I've got, if you're afraid of where AI is going, this one should make you really afraid. Amazon has just bought this. This is called B.U.M.P Computer. B as in the honeybee, .computer. And it is a wearable AI. You might have heard a bit about Facebook or Meta's glasses, wearable glasses. Well, this is a company that Amazon's bought. It's like a little wrist. I was going to say a watch, but there's no watch face, whatever on it. But it's a wearable AI, and what it does is it is listening into all of your conversations that you are having during the day. It does connect into your computer as well too. If you and I are having a conversation and saying, look, we should hook up on Friday for a beer or have a meeting or whatever sort of thing, it will do that. It will automatically go and book that meeting for you. So you don't have to go into your calendar, nor does the other person. It'll automatically just do it for you. So when you get back to your office or back to your computer, there's the appointment already booked in your appointment. So it's taking verbal instructions to do this. It also will transcribe conversations you've got. If there are key things that you said you were going to do, anyone been out with someone and said that you would do something, or send them a link or send them a chapter of a book, or recommend a movie, that sort of thing there, get back home and then you just forget about it, or you're on to the next thing. This thing will ensure that you remember all of those things, and it will give you a task list for you to do, and then you can even use your AI tools to say, oh, that's right, I was going to recommend this book to someone. Find the book, send them the link, and it will do that as well. So the fact that Amazon's bought this means that it is probably going to help its platform as well too, in terms of you ordering anything off Amazon. You'll be able to ask it to go and find you products on Amazon and do some price comparisons and actually do your shopping for you as well too. I would suspect they will also link it up to your payment systems as well too, so that you can pay for it without ever logging into the likes of Amazon as well. So depending on your point of view, this is incredibly frightening, or it's incredibly empowering, and I guess it all just comes down to how you use it. But pretty much with wearing something like this means that Amazon knows your exact movements, what products to recommend to you, when in the day you're most likely to be purchasing, what your mood is during the day as well too. So this is a look into, I was going to say a look into the future, but this is a look into the present as to where we are with some of this AI. So that one there is B.Computer. And the last one I've got is a book, which is always what I recommend at the end generally. So this one here is one which is very pertinent for tonight. It is The Power of Delegation. I have it. I've read it. It's a very good book, and it's by our speaker tonight, Francesca, who wrote this book on how to get started with delegations and systems. So if you want to go a wee bit deeper in terms of what she's going to talk about tonight, this here is a great book to get hold of and to read as well too. So and it really delves into the world of having a VA for your business, and more importantly, how do you prepare yourself for that as well too. So you can go and buy that book there at empoweringevents.com.au, and again we'll drop that link into chat as well. And there we go, that is a roundup of our cool online tools for tonight. So they will be the very last item in chat. I think it'll almost be there. There it is. So it's the last item in chat. So tell us what was your favorite. So just copy and paste the one that is your favorite tool into chat. Tell us what is the one that will take you sort of down the rabbit hole of procrastination, exploration, whatever it happens to be. And of course, all these tools, they'll be in the Business Owners Smashing Online Facebook group. So if you're not a member of that, go along to Facebook, go and Google, go and search. You don't Google on Facebook, but you just search for Business Owners Smashing Online, hit the join button, we'll accept you. And of course, all of the other tools that we've profiled over the past 8 or so years, they're in there as well too. So you can search it up and who knows, might be just the very tool you're looking for in there. All right, votes are coming in. And what have we got? Looks like the Amazon one, the B one, and Co-Growly. So, and the book, there we go. Excellent. Well, looks like Co-Growly is the one that is really sort of outbid everything else tonight. So I imagine there'll be some people out there looking for partnerships and collaborations and ways to do things together out there. And by the way, if you haven't done so already, this show here has got some amazing people on it over the whole time we've been running. And if you haven't thought about it, there's probably some good collaboration opportunities here too. So have a look and see who is in the room, connect with them. You never know, what opportunities are available there for you. All right, so all these tools, if you want any help with them, sing out. We do have a range of programs to help you to put them all together in a meaningful way that is going to be helpful if you're feeling overwhelmed with them or wondering which one do I use, which ones work together, how do I hook up things like the Closely tool with my CRM to get me some new leads into there. Happy to have a conversation with you about that, and I'll talk to you about how that might happen.